What do y'all notice first? Look for what?
The rivers.
Look for the river. Queen said the Black Sea, right? You see the Black Sea and you see the Caspian.
Wow.
Now what do you see up there?
Russia and Ukraine.
It's Russia.
It's crazy.
That's what, yep.
You see Isaiah 55:11. My word should not come back to me void. He that touches you touches the apple of my heart, my eye. You Khazars, you fish people, used us to learn about the Torah, even though it was Talmudic and Kabbalic stuff you was learning. You still, first you was honoring us. First you was protecting us. But that curse, the enemy, the stranger that's among you, shall get up higher than you. He didn't say just the stranger that's in Israel. He said the stranger that's among you. You see that we taught them how to make maneuvers, and now when push came to shove, get those niggers.
And too, even on a financial level, if you gotta find one, you gotta buy it from them a lot of times.
That came from that. This is from Israel,
Right? Like we got.
and I didn't want. I started not to get it.
Yeah, we gotta sanctify it, oil it, pray over it.
I started not to get it. I said, man, I don't want to. But it was to get a real one. You got to get from, because over here it's all fake stuff. Like that's not gold. That's brass and plated gold. But it came from Israel.
Yeah. I mean, we at this point, the way it's nothing we can avoid. You thinking you get some Timbs, they own Timberland. So it's nothing that we can't avoid it.
You fish people used us, and now you're above us, and now you are our oppressor. You are the nation that the Most High is judging. So don't show me your images of bloody women and kids with their arms missing. I can show you. Want to see some pictures? We got some pictures. We got some pictures.
And that's why too, that whole thing with the virus, they got it. The whatever we want to say about it, it affected their people the worst.
Calm. So again, they could change, put different colors on the maps. Those bodies of waters, Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Ukraine's right there. You fish people. You fish people. We know who you are. We know who you are.
And you see over there to the border, lungs, or however you say it, and,
where you at?
Dunsk, all the way to the right, the east border, that's near Russia. The L word at the end, LU, is right.
Oh,
there.
okay. Luhansk.
Luhansk and
Yeah.
Donetsk. Those are the two areas that Ukraine has been bombing themselves. And those people are saying they're thankful that Russia and Putin is freeing them from Ukrainians.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where is it?
It's right there on the border.
I see it in the Don.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why, like, that's what Putin has been talking about the whole time. Y'all are threatening our borders, but they've been bombing those people at those two places for 8 years. Yeah. And like a week before Russia invaded, they blew up a kindergarten over there.
But now you paint Russia and Putin as the big bad wolf.
Right. So they control the media. So they're gonna on the media and that's what you were saying. If you so docile, we already see how it is. Some of us working 40, some of us working 50, some of us drive. You ain't got time. Most average people, then they got kids on top of that. You ain't got time to study this stuff.
Wow.
That's how they want you to be beaten down.
Yeah.
But people like us, the Most High has bestowed a spirit upon us to be awakened so we can see like, oh, what y'all saying ain't true. But to most average people, they're going to pop on CNN. It's on in the break room every day.
Yeah.
They just going to see that and think that that's the truth.
This is shame.
Right.
This is shame. Look at that. Look at that. Putin need to shit. Kill Putin. I'm like, Putin is my guy. That's I know who I am. I know who I am. Can you take over?
And the nation, whomsoever they serve, I will judge.
So this is when the Most High was dealing with me last week, and I'm like, okay, Father, I made note of it in my mind. But then when I got to work and I was replaying, because I replayed the classes to make sure everything uploaded correctly, because sometimes when you upload to YouTube, a part of get garbled or something. So as I'm replaying the segments, and Father says, did you see that? And I'm like, yeah, Father, you heard you Saturday. And it's like, and the nation. And he had me stop. And I read it in the Septuagint and I read it in the KJV. So I'm like, Father, what are you trying to say? He says, and the nation. So I'm like, and he says, how many nations did y'all serve? I said, well, we were serving all over. And he's like, yeah, so why am I saying the nation? Because it's only one people, one nation that's been enslaving us. All the pink you see, family, are all the countries that Britain, AKA Rome, conquered. They conquered the whole world except for 22 countries. And I don't know, maybe it was just no interest, but for some reason it's 22 they didn't conquer. And go ahead.
And this makes perfect sense as to what I've been saying about the fourth beast that Daniel saw is the three-headed eagle that Ezra saw, and it said that three-headed eagle had its 12 feathers, and his feathers spread across the whole world. So if this is the Roman Empire basically still, then that's the fourth beast, which we know, which is the three-headed eagle, which he said it spread across the whole world.
So people, go ahead.
That's it.
People forget this because, China got Chinese New Year. So China ain't under Roman authority. But if you want to do business, you got to do business when? Under Gregorian calendar.
Right.
If you're honoring the Gregorian calendar, you're in the Roman Empire. So when the Most High says the nation that afflicts you, I'm going to judge, it's one nation that's in charge of our affliction. When you got me in South Carolina picking cotton and my boy next to me crying, Daddy, I want to go home. And I got to tell my son, keep picking. And you send that cotton back to England, you done too. France, you done too. Portugal, you done too. We have no allies, family. It's all we got is us. That's why I try not to make isms and schisms, but I'm seeing too much wickedness with this polygamy going on, and the white man is the devil. You causing more harm than good. That's why I told my op from 7-Day Harvest, yeah, my sword is up. Just because you're an Israelite Hebrew, I don't care. My sword is up. Judgment starts at the house of Israel. You wicked, lying on people, just copying people's videos and lessons and breakdowns. You the devil too. There's black devils too, family. And I don't discriminate when I get to swinging. Playtime is over, family. Playtime is over. Y'all remember we read about Leo the Khazar? Let's watch this short clip.
Leo IV the Khazar was Byzantine emperor from 775 to 780 AD. Leo was the son of Emperor Constantine V by his first wife Irene of Khazaria, the daughter of a Khagan of the Khazars. He was crowned co-emperor by his father in 751. Leo was betrothed to Gisela, daughter of Pepin the Short, but the contract was broken. Leo then married Irene, an Athenian from a noble family, in December 769. In 775 Constantine V died, leaving Leo as sole emperor. On the 24th of April 776 Leo, following the precedent set by his father and grandfather, appointed his son, Constantine VI, co-emperor. This led to an uprising over Leo's 5 half-brothers, including Caesar Nikephoros, who had hoped to gain the throne themselves. The uprising was put down quickly, with the conspirators being beaten, tonsured, and exiled to Cherson under guard. Leo IV was raised as an iconoclast under his father but was married to Irene, an iconodule. Realizing the division in his realm, he pursued a path of conciliation towards the iconodules, previously declared heretical under imperial policy. Leo allowed monks persecuted and deported under his father Selah to return to their monasteries, and he was anointed by some among the clergy as friend to the Mother of God for allowing monks to retain images of the Theotokos. In addition to the concessionary actions, Leo also appointed an iconophile sympathizer, Paul of Cyprus, to the position of Patriarch of Constantinople upon the death of the predecessor. At the end of his reign, Leo reversed his stance of toleration. Leo's reign coincided with that of the third Abbasid Caliph, al-Mahdi, who invaded Byzantine lands on successive occasions from 777 to 780 before ultimately being repulsed by Leo's armies, led by generals such as Michael Lashna-Dragon. Leo himself set out with his army against the Bulgars but died of fever while on campaign. Leo's death on the 8th of September 780 resulted in the accession of his wife Irene to the throne. Theophanes the Confessor records that Leo IV died as a result of a fever brought on from the precious stones in a crown taken from the Hagia Sophia. Some scholars have indicated that upon his accession to the throne Leo was already sick, while others believe Leo was murdered by persons unknown, though Irene is suspected. Constantine VI was the only son of Leo IV and succeeded him as emperor, ruling jointly with his mother Irene.
What culture do you rule with your mother? So that lets us know where to get that. We're finding our bloodline from our moms. But I took you here, so we tied the Khazar bloodline to the Romans. Y'all see where the Khazars and the Romans, they mixed together. And we showed you that Rome took over the world. The Khazars and the Romans mixed together, took over the world, and that's the nation we're serving. Let's read the papal bull Dum Diversas of June 18, 1452.
Pope Nicholas V issued a papal bull Dum Diversas on 18th of June in 1452, which authorized Alfonso V of Portugal to reduce any Saracens, Muslims, and pagans and any other unbelievers to perpetual slavery.
To what?
To perpetual slavery.
So a Muslim, any pagan, and any unbeliever in Catholicism, our Christ, the Sun God. If you don't believe in Catholicism, aka Christianity, put him in perpetual slavery. This papal bull sealed our fate to be forever slaves unless we convert to Christianity. Read on.
This facilitated the Portuguese slave trade from the west of Africa. The same Pope wrote the Bull of Romanus Pontifex on January 5th, 1455 to the same Alfonso. As a follow-up to the Dum Diversas, it extended to the Catholic nations of Europe dominion over discovered lands during the Age of Discovery, along with sanctifying the seizure of non-Christian lands. It encouraged the enslavement of native non-Christian peoples in Africa and the New World. Weighing all.
This is a excerpt out of the papal bull. Right?
We weighing all singular the premises with due meditation, and noting that since we had formerly by other letters of our granted among other things free and ample faculty to the aforesaid King Alfonso to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans whatsoever and other enemies of Christ wheresoever placed the kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, possessions, and all movable and immovable goods whatsoever held and possessed by them, to reduce their persons to perpetual slavery and to apply appropriate to himself and his successors the kingdoms, dukedoms, countries, principalities, dominions, possessions, and goods, and to convert them to his and their use and profit by having secured the said faculty that said King Alfonso, or by his authority, the aforesaid infante justly and lawfully has acquired and possessed and doth possesses the islands, lands, harbors, seas, and they do of right belong and pertain to the said King Alfonso and his successors.
The Roman government, the Roman Pope granted Alfonso of Portugal to enslave everybody who don't believe like them. So I don't believe in your Christ. I believe in my Christ. But my Christ says, if you love me, keep my commandments. My Christ says, I got a seventh day Shabbat. My Christ says, I don't worship the sun. My Christ says, I got to keep tabernacles. So you determine what's orthodox. So I'm a heretic according to you, Rome, but you're a heretic according to me.
To me, this is similar to what me and Gerald was talking about one time, but how we left 70 AD and through the time of history ended up in these different places. And we were, a lot of us in Portugal and Spain, especially David's people. And then this is the flood here. It's like the flood
Coming up after us. Come.
Yeah, the flood coming after us here.
Right. You
Because
can't
everything
run.
was good until he said you must be a Catholic, basically.
Yeah, that's what you did on. This is untold history, family. We know the nation that's currently humbling us and afflicting us. We know who they are. We know who they are. Take us to 2nd Ezra 15. We got one more slide, family, and we're done. We're going to read 2nd Ezra 15. And then we'll open up the floor for question, comment, and concerns. Yah reigns, Ukraine pains. I think this has 2nd Ezra 15, Shimon. Read.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I put in your mouth, saith Yahweh, and cause them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to now dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And I will destroy all the lands thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting of hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and for one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. And there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and this course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Is Putin listening to NATO?
No.
Is Putin scared of Biden?
Oh, no.
This is Yah's word, family. We're living in prophecy. This is all a praise to our great I am. He hasn't forgotten about us. His word is not slack. Read on.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, the east, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as he's
going to repay the things they have done to them. Who's the them that he's repaying things to? Because they did things to them.
The things that the them had happened.
Khazars for the things that they did against Yasha Allah.
Come on now. So don't show me your little videos and your little crisis actors and think you're going to get some sympathy from me. I'm going to donate you some money and waste my breath praying to my Father for your peace and security. You're going against Yah when you pray for these people. Yah says, I'm going to repay these people for what they did to them, my people. So you got to learn who's who and know who you're going against. Because that's you knocking?
Oh, that was my watch. Sorry about that.
Oh, remember when Balak was trying to curse us, Balak hired Balaam to curse us, and the Most High told Balaam to tell Balak, listen, how can I curse a people who Yah has blessed? So you can't curse us, but you can't curse us if we're blessed, but if Yah has cursed you, I can't pray for you. So you talking about pray for Ukraine, send money to Ukraine. What, you want to put up a refugee? No, I ain't putting up no refugee. I am a refugee. What I look like giving my bedroom up for one of these people? We're refugees over here. I'm trying to hold on to my canned goods. Read on, Al.
Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. I'm coming straight to them. Thus saith Yahweh Elohim, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire that is gone forth from his wrath and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Yahweh. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him, therefore he delivereth them to death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh shall not deliver you because you have sinned against him.
That's all we need. Destruction is coming, and we're starting to see it. Your pastor can lay hands on you all he want and speak in that babbling tongue, and you can get the best organist. We got one in here. Hit 15 A flats. It ain't getting better. This is the Most High's plague, and it's coming to the whole earth because the whole earth has been in the hands of the Romans, and they have beat us down. They have did more to us than we deserve. The Father said, I was a little angry with my people, but y'all have furthered my anger. So this is just the beginning of the end for you. It's just the beginning. This ain't the show. I'm just EQing it. This is just a preview. So what you're seeing for all the little children and pastors and adults who confused and Putin's a big bad man, this earth is in the hands of our Abba. And our Abba is bringing recompense, bringing vengeance upon everybody who has hurt us. Our Father reigns. He's the great I am. I want to play one last clip and we'll open up the floor for questions, comments, and concerns. There's signs all around us, family. There's signs all around us, but if you're not fasting and praying and seeking Yahweh with a pure heart, you're not going to see them. This is the last clip.
Two children joined Pope Francis for his weekly prayer from the papal apartments. The pontiff used the service to call for peace and reconciliation in Ukraine, and to symbolize this, the children released two white doves into the air.
Vai, vai, vai.
But as they took off, one was attacked by a passing seagull, while the other was repeatedly pecked by a crow. Noticeably upset, the Pope embraced the boy and patted his head, while the young girl just laughed. It's not known what happened to the doves after the incident.
If that's not a sign, you're releasing the dove that y'all labeled as a peace symbol, and Pope, you're supposed to be the Pope. You're the King of Rome. You released it. You just prayed for peace for Ukraine, and in the symbolism of your prayer, hey, go a peace dove. The Most High, he playing with you.
Get that crap out of here.
Now, who owns the dove? The Most High. Hey, babe. No. The Most High says, you think you pray for Ukraine? Fico, go show.
That's a lot of James.
Family. Her father does not play about you. His signs are here, family. We the people of the book. Y'all range Ukraine pains. And with that, I yield over the floor for questions, comments, and concerns.
I enjoyed it. That was right on the money, right on.
If I could say something, it reminds me of course, when they say peace, then comes sudden destruction. That